Hey, it's Jack from Producer Profits, and in this video today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest problems that music producers face when it comes to selling beats online, and this is the problem of should you give away free beats. Now I'm here today to tell you my opinion and tell you what's worked for me and tell you also what's worked for the hundreds of other producers that I've taught and mentored within the Producer Profits community, and it's worked great for me and them, so I know it can work great for you too. And you really do need to know this information, and if you don't, stick around to the end of the video and you'll learn exactly how and what to do. So in my opinion, the answer to if you should I give away free beats is yes. And there are many reasons why you should give away free beats, but you need to be careful about how you actually go about doing it. Now you have to be careful that you're not making the same mistake thousands of producers that I've personally taught and mentored and also seen on the internet are doing, and it leads them to not making any beat sales, not making any progress, and it leads them to simply not being able to develop their beat selling business in the way they want to through in the prospect of giving away free beats. But you don't need to worry, because in the next slide I'll be teaching you how you can exactly avoid this mistake. So what is it? What is the big mistake that producers make? So firstly, producers don't give away free beats for a reason. Now you need to make sure that if an artist gets a free beat from you or free beats from you, it's for a purpose. Now I've seen too many producers out there just get bombarded with emails from music artists and on Twitter, on Facebook, etc. about free beats. Can I get a free beat? Can I get a free beat? And the trouble is, music producers most of the time like making music. They like making new songs. They like hearing new songs on their beats. So they're like, yeah, okay, they give away a free beat. And basically it works two ways. Basically the music artist either gets the free beat, as they used to do them, because so many music producers give them, just give in to them and let them just have some free beats, or the music producer says no, and the music artist and that producer never talk again. Now this is a big problem, because if you keep on going on like this, and music producers keep going on like this, then it's going to end up being that music artists can just get free beats all the time. This won't be good for any of our online production companies. So basically you need to make sure that you give away free beats for a purpose and in a way that works best for both of you. So for example, this is something that I do and I've taught all the hundreds of other producers in the Producer Profits community to actually do, and it's worked for them, worked for me, worked for you too, is you should give away free beats for them signing up to your mailing list, or for another example, or even to enter a free competition for some free advertising, some free exposure. Now as you can see, both of these things benefit you. You've given away the free beats for them signing up to your mailing list. You've now, if they sign up to your mailing list, you've now started a successful virtual relationship, and you've also developed some trust, and you've also developed them to like you because you've given them a free beat. You've given them free beats, so now they like you, because most producers out there don't do it in this way. They either say yes or no. If they say yes, you probably won't hear from the music artists again, because they're just lazy, most of them, they won't do it. And if you say no, you'll probably never hear from them again either. So this is the best way to do it, because you're giving away a free beat in exchange for their name and email address, so you can then email them at a later date. If you didn't do this and you just said no, then they would go away and probably never return, and therefore you are losing out on potential customers in the future. And the second problem in this mistake is producers don't know when to give away your free beats, and this leads to music artists always viewing your beat selling business as the place to go for freebies. Now you don't want to fall into this trap, because I fell into this trap when I first started selling beats online. I thought the best way to go about it was to send out as many free beats as I could to music artists, regardless of if they were in an influential position or a powerful position or not. I just gave away free beats, and what happened? Nothing. All the music artists that I gave away free beats to, probably about 90% of them, always just came back, kept on asking for free beats. But when I asked for money, when I mentioned money, they just ran away. They weren't interested. Reason being, because of the first impression, the first image that I gave those music artists. Now you need to make sure you don't fall into this trap, you don't fall into this mistake, and you can avoid it. So basically, you need to start giving away free beats, but in the correct manner. Now, here are some benefits of why you should give away free beats. And firstly, it's great for free exposure. Now, people are always interested in something when it's free. Now, if someone advertised to you, just say on Facebook, or you saw a banner ad, and you saw, click here to download our 5 free VSTs, or click here to download over 100 drum sounds, you would be more interested in that rather than if it said something like click here and buy drum sounds, or click here and buy VSTs. There's not inviting. Whereas if you said something like click here to download 3 free beats, and then when they clicked that, then you went to your beat selling website, where you then got them to sign to your mailing list in exchange for free beats, and then giving you your name and email address. Now, the second benefit of this is one of the best ways to start and actually develop a loyal virtual relationships online with potential customers is through giving free beats and getting them to sign onto your mailing list, because remember, once they're signed on, you can then give them their free beats and then send them more free valuable information, and then start promoting your beats that way. And it's called direct response marketing. You can actually start to develop a virtual relationship with them, which creates them into loyal customers. For example, if on the first email you sent out, you gave them their free beats, and then 3 days later you sent them another email about how they can actually start to market their music. 4 days later you sent them another email how they can grow their fan base. 2 days later, how they can actually start creating more better quality songs, etc, etc, etc. As you can see, you're giving them free valuable information which will develop a loyal virtual relationship, and then they'll buy from you at a later date. One, you're giving them the free beat, so they know they can make good songs now, because your beats are probably good. Well, hopefully they are. So you give away your free beat, they make a good song, they like the end product, the actual end record, and you're giving them all this free information, so therefore their trust and loyalty in you is going to be far greater than other producers out there. So this is a great way for you to actually start developing a loyal customer base of music artists and beat your competition. Now, the third benefit of giving away free beats is it can be a good way to increase beat sales further down the line. I've just pretty much explained this to you, in the sense of you've developed trust, you've developed loyalty, so they're going to buy from you further down the line. Now, this is the beauty of how you can actually start giving away free beats, and luckily I figured out this mistake fairly early on, but unluckily for a lot of producers out there, they never really seem to grasp why this is a bad thing. Not giving away free beats for a reason is a very bad thing, and you need to make, I'm here today to make sure that you stop this if you are doing this right now, if you're not even doing this right now, you're not even giving away free beats, then to start utilising this technique to get people to sign to your mailing list, to get people to start buying from you, and to get people to start trusting you, liking you, and being pretty much a loyal customer and coming back to you further down the line. Now, I've still got music artists who I've given free beats and free information to 5 years ago that still buy beats from me today. So this technique really does work, and it's worked for me, and it's worked for the hundreds of other producers that I've taught in the Producer Props community. And the fourth benefit of giving away free beats is that you can steal market share from your competition, due to you being one of the only music producers that actually help music artists out. Now, a lot of producers, as you can see on Twitter, it really annoys me when I see producers on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever, YouTube, always saying stuff like, I'm the best super producer in the world, come and check out my hot beats, click here, buy beats now, 50% off, buy beats now, buy beats, buy beats, buy beats. How would you feel if I made a video every single day and tweeted every single day, buy drum sounds, buy drum sounds, buy drum sounds, buy VSTs, buy VSTs? You would not be interested. You wouldn't be interested. You'd probably unsubscribe, you'd probably unfollow, you would unlike, you would not want anything to do with me, because it's just spammy. It's not working the best way for you. Now, let me just give you a quick example of a producer I worked with recently. Is that the end of the slide? Oh no, it's not the end of the slide. I'll just go back and tell you that in a minute. But a producer I've recently just worked with, actually, he didn't really have any idea about the knowledge I've just shared with you and about how to actually use free beats to benefit your business profitably further down the line, because I find a lot of producers have the misconception of thinking free beats is bad and that it's never going to benefit your business in the sense of getting money, getting more profit, but it will at a further date. Now, one of the things that I've taught a music producer I worked with, I think it was a few weeks ago or a month ago now, is he didn't have any idea about this knowledge. So I basically went on a live Skype session with him, and I taught him some of the information and told him what to do and what to implement into his online production company. And he did this thing where he gave away 20 free beats for someone when they sign up to his mailing list. Now this worked. Why did it work? One, because he is a very good producer with very good beats. Two, he is offering a lot more value than a lot of other music producers out there. And three, it's unique. Not very many music producers actually do this and give away that many free beats. Now what did he do? I taught him how to give away free beats properly. Now, when you give away free beats, now I hope you do from the information you've learnt in this video, you must always make sure you include the following. You need to include, firstly, your beat tag, so your producer name, whatever your tag is. Like, you always hear, young chap on the beat, or Mike Will made it, or something like that. That's your tag. As soon as you hear young chap on the beat, you know that it's a Young Chop, you know it's produced by Young Chop. So you need to make sure that you always include your tag. And I'm probably going to get loads of comments now about how shit my Young Chop on the beat impression was, but don't really care, it's just just an example. And two, what's another thing you must include? Now, you must include a link. Now this is very important. You must include a link to your BeatSending website and all your social media accounts. And the reason for this is because, well, it's pretty obvious why you should do this, but imagine if you didn't and you had 10,000 music artists who downloaded your free beats, signed up to your mailing list and downloaded your free beats, but you had no link to anything. You just sent them an email with the link where they can download. There's no benefit, there's no reason behind that. So that's why you should always link your BeatSending website and your social media accounts to the free beats. Thirdly, you should always include your email address and make sure it's your business only email address. You don't want to give away stuff you create, an email address you created when you were 14 or 16, where it's something like, I don't know, stupid. Well, mine's pretty stupid. I made when I was younger. And I actually did start using it when I first started making beats online, because I started when I was 16. But it didn't really matter at that time. But then as you develop your production company, you really do need to start taking it more seriously. And if you are serious about being a music producer, then I seriously do advise you to actually start creating your own email address, which is purely designed for your BeatSending company. For example, mine is for Producer Profits. Mine's info@producerprofits.com. So this is purely designed for my Producer Profits business, the business of giving away free information to music producers to help them start selling more beats online. But before we get sidetracked anymore, the fourth thing you should always include when giving away free beats is previews of the new stuff that you're working on. So you need to give away previews of new beats you're working on. The reason for this is because if you include hottest new stuff, if you previews of new hotter beats than the ones you've given away for free, this will then intrigue music artists into then at a later date wanting to look into this. And lastly, the fifth thing you should always include is a discount code for music artists. And this is very important also, because if you include a discount code, it will then encourage them to come back at a later date, because you've given them so much value. You've given them the free beats and you've given them free information, and now you've given them a discount code. So 50, for example, 50% off. When I first started, I gave away 3 free beats, and then I gave them some information on how they can actually start to market their beats, and then I gave away I think it was a 75% discount code for them, and this converted very well. I think about 38% of music artists who actually signed on to my mailing list to get the free beats actually then went on to use the 75% off discount code and purchase some more beats. So once they purchased, this then psychologically transforms them from a prospect to a buyer, and this process of transformation is very, very important. Once they buy from you, their trust levels go up and they'll buy from you over and over again if you make sure that your beats are still hot. So I hope this video helped you today, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. Now, if you're interested in any more free information, then I've made it very easy for you to do so, and I've also made a 50-page free course for you right now for music producers, teaching you how you can actually start to sell beats online. Now, if you're already selling beats online, this course will be a great additional information course on how you can actually start to even increase your beat sales now. And it's this information is probably the information that the top online producers use on a daily basis, and it's the fundamental knowledge that every music producer selling beats online should know. So if you're interested in getting this free 50-page course I've done for you, and it's completely free, no strings attached, no BS, no hype, nothing like that, just a free course with genuine information that works, then click the link in the description below. It will take you to another page, and then it will tell you how you can actually download the free course right now. And then I'll also be sending you some more free information. It's going to be more complex, and we're going to get into more stuff that you actually need to know about selling beats online in a more deeper level than on just YouTube. So if you're interested, sign up below, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.